But first, we are going to go and meet the friends of Aengus Lions. Aengus, a well-known and well-loved Sligo man. He was a very keen footballer and a great supporter of Sligo Rovers. His life changed forever when he had an accident playing football in 2014. A massive group of friends have gathered together, which will show you how popular Aengus actually is. And they want to raise money to allow Aengus go home. Vincent, welcome to Sligo County Matters. Can we just start at the beginning of this story, which happened in February 2014? What happened?
So there was a group of friends who met every Sunday to play indoor soccer, and we just did it for exercise and just to get out on a Sunday. And one particular Sunday there was a very serious accident during the game of indoor football, which resulted in a life-changing injury for our good friend Aengus.
And it was a simple game of football and he just hit his head. And
Very sadly, he hit his head, resulting in a spinal injury, which is it's a chronic spinal injury.
And he spent a lot of time between the matter, the rehab, but he's back in Sligo now, isn't he?
That's correct. Aengus had to go from Sligo on the day of the accident to the matter in Dublin, which he was cared for 2 years in the matter in Dublin until he was fit enough for care in the National Rehabilitation in Dún Laoghaire. Since that, he has progressed enough to be able to transfer to Sligo again.
And anyone who knows him would say that he's a very positive guy, and he obviously has absolutely a huge strength of character to have come as far as he has in the last 2 years.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, huge progress has been made by his treating team and Aengus, you know, and you know, we look forward to visiting him when we can, you know, here in Sligo.
Absolutely, and you have a plan in place, and we're going to talk about that. And the whole reason you have the plan in place because he has great hopes for Christmas Day.
That's correct, yeah. Basically, Aengus has set out his goals on his social media platforms, and one of his goals is to have Christmas dinner at home in Sligo this year. So what we are trying to do is just to gather a bit of funds to help support his goal to get home for Christmas Day, you know.
Thomas, you are another friend of Aengus Lions, and in the last 2 years you've done a lot of fundraising. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so last year we did a climb of Mount Snowdon in Wales, and actually some of Aengus's friends managed to cycle from Sligo across, and then coupled with that on the same weekend there was a climb of Mount Errigal in Donegal. So that was a super fundraiser. We managed to gather over 40,000 in that fundraising drive. And
the 40,000 is not just to bring Aengus home for Christmas Day. He wants to be able to go home to Sligo.
Yes, of course, yeah. So it's basically we want to have the resources put in place so that whenever Aengus is ready, that he can return home, and that there is enough money there to help him in that quest.
So Glenn, the 30th of September, tell us what everyone could expect.
Yeah, big night coming up. Yeah, doing a little bit of work with the model, and there's a big cinema night coming up for Aengus there. That's kind of where I came on board, because I know the lads climbed Mount Snowdon before, but I hate heights. But when I heard they were doing this with the films, I thought, yeah, for sure. So I do a little bit of work with the model anyway, and there's a big mystery movie night coming up, and it'll be really good. It's going to be brilliant. There's going to be massive raffle on the night, and the mystery movie is going to be brilliant. Aengus has done up a short list of 3, which I kind of caught wind of, but I don't know which one it is, but it's going to be a brilliant comedy from the 90s, and it's just going to be class.
Because Aengus himself is really into movies and he has a great sense of humour.
Yeah. Big into sports, football, but he's massive into movies and TV. I think he even did a bit of acting himself, but yeah, his knowledge of movies is brilliant, so he's chosen very well, I think. Yeah.
And the night itself starts with your short movie. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's not a classic from the 90s, but it's hopefully it'll go down okay with the 200 or so people are there. I went up to Aengus actually to pitch the idea to him first of all, and he kind of gave the okay, so that kind of gave him the confidence to put on the poster and go for it. Yeah, it's just a movie that I helped out making with Sligo Films locally, and that's going to go on first, I think, and then there's going to be a big raffle with amazing prizes, and then Aengus's choice will go on then, and it'll be just a brilliant night anyway. You'll get a chance to meet Aengus hopefully, and just everyone who's there will just have a great time.
If somebody wants to get involved with the Friends of Aengus, how would they go about it then?
If they can't make the movie night, they can get in touch with the website www.friendsofAengus.com, and they'll find all the details there, and they can support Aengus through that.